my awesome painter booksters! Today we'll be painting a flower like this. This painting is very easy to do and it is fun, so I hope you enjoy. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe so you can see other videos of me. I also just opened a new Instagram page and it is called Ayra the Bookster. So you can't comment me or message me on my YouTube channel because I am a kid. But you can comment me and message me at Instagram. So follow me. Now for this art and craft, you will need a paper towel roll. You won't need the whole paper towel roll. You will only need the inside of it. You can use a paper towel roll or a toilet paper roll. You will also need some Q-tips. You use these Q-tips to get out wax from your ears. That is disgusting! So you will also need needing these. You will also need some paint brushes. I got 3 paint brushes and they are different sizes. We have a fat one, medium size one, and a thin one. Also, you will need some oil paints. You don't have to use oil paints. You can use acrylic paints like I used for my rock painting video. I'm using 5 paints. Those are yellow, purple, and blue. 2 kinds of greens. One green for the stem and the inside of your leaf, and a little bit darker green to outline the leaf. And you will also need blue and purple for your petals. You don't have to use blue and purple for your petals. You can do any color of petals you like. You'll also need a cup of water and you'll need a tray. You need the tray to put your paints in it. And one last thing is a paper. Don't use a thin paper because we're going to be using water and the water will soak in your thin paper and to rip. So use hard paper. Now let's get started. First, I'm going to be painting the stem. I'm going to get my brush, dip it in the paint, and just do a little curvy line. Get more green and chase it. Now that our stem is done, we're going to leave it out to dry. And don't worry if your stem is too wiggly because it will look nicer when we add the flowers. Meanwhile, when it's drying, I'm going to cut our paper towel. I have just cut it one line to show you guys how long it will be. And it's as thick as my pinky and almost as long as my pinky. Okay, now I showed you what it looked like. Now let's prepare for our flower. You are going to bend your straight lines just like this. Now I'm going to squeeze out my blue and purple. Now you can see how I have spread my paint around. Now I'm going to get my paper towel roll and just put it on the stem. I'm going to keep on rubbing it on the paint so you can get the edges, the color. Now I'm going to start stamping it. Now I want to make a few scrunched up flowers, so I'm going to scrunch up the paper towel. I'm going to put one over here and one over there. I'm just going to scrunch it up. It doesn't have to be all perfect scrunch up, just, random. That's good. Now we're going to dip it. Now one here. Let's start with this one. Flowers look beautiful, and if you don't want to make the flowers scrunch, you can do them opened or scrunched, all of them, just your way. And yeah, next we're going to do the leaves, and then I'm going to get another paintbrush. I'm going to be using the really thin one so we can do the outside of the leaves. If you use a fat one, it would just be not nice. Now we'll be painting the leaves, and we're not just going to start from the tip of the stem. We're going to start it a little bit lower, like this, and make sure the end of it is pointy. Just going to keep doing. I'm going to do one leaf here and then another leaf here, and I'm going to do two closed flowers, one here and then one here. Looks like an avocado. Now that our leaves are done, I want to share a few tips with you. You can do the bottom of the leaf darker to make it realistic, and dip your brush in water to make it lighter and also realistic. Now this is almost over. All I have to do is add a few extra flowers with the Q-tips, and then make the inside of the flower also with the Q-tips. Now I have 5 Q-tips. You can see how I'm holding them, and if you see one Q-tip up, don't leave it there. You have to push it back down, then one of the Q-tips won't be stamped. I'm just going to stamp it in my yellow paint. There. See, all of them have the yellow. Just going to stamp it, stamp it all around the flower. Looks nice. Now, it's okay if your dots are not circular. As you can see mine, it looks more realistic. Now I'm going to use the back side of my Q-tips to do the closed flowers. Now I want to give you a tip. When you start your closed flower, you have to make it fat, and when you're getting upper and upper, you have to make it thin. Now, this is my blue paint. I'm just going to stamp it there. Now for the last part of our flower. We're going to do the lines inside of the leaf. Don't press hard to do the lines of the leaf, then it will look cartoonish. But we want the whole flower to be realistic. And I'm also using a darker green, and this is the darker green. My painting is dried. It looks like this. My painting turned out beautifully, and I'm sure your painting turned out beautifully too. I also want to give you a few tips. The green we used for the lines inside our leaf was too tealish and dark. But when it was dried, it looked more lighter, as you can see right here. You can see a little bit of that dark green. If you're using the same green as me, don't use such a tealish and darkness green. Another tip I want to share with you. My stem was fat because the paints I was using were fat. If you're using the same paint as me, just try your best to keep your stem thin. And that's it. Thank you so much for joining me today. Now that this video is over, don't forget to subscribe and click the thumbs up button to like my video. Love you guys so much. See you guys next time. Bye.